Hey guys, Kid of Mischief here, and this is my mask tutorial. I have a couple of different mask options, and this video is for the pleated mask. So if you want to see any of the others, just check out my channel or the description below and have a go at whatever is easiest for you. So let's get started. First, I like to create a pattern on some paperboard so I can use it for multiple masks. The front part of your mask that's going to be shown is 9.5 inches by 7.5 inches. And then for the inside lining, that's also a pocket, it's 7 by 5.5 inches. Next, you're going to get your lining fabric and you're going to cut 2 pieces. I cut 4 because I'm making 2 masks. Next, you're going to cut out 1 piece of your main fabric. Next, you're going to want to iron all of your fabric so it's nice and flat. Then you're going to want to take your lining fabric and do 1 fold over and iron it. See, like that. And then you're going to fold it a second time and then iron it again. Pin it or clip it, whatever you prefer. And just sew a straight line. And you're going to want it to look like this, and then do that for both pieces. And then you're going to lay it down on your main fabric. Try to center it as best as you can, and keep the edges as straight as you can. Pin it or clip it. Sew it again. I do about maybe 3/8 of an inch to 5/8 of an inch, depending. Up to you. Clip your strings. Now that the pieces are all together, you're going to want to lay it down flat and make sure the parts underneath are all on one side, and then you're going to iron it down. I use a little bit of steam when I iron it, just because it's cotton. Not necessary, but it does help. You can even spray it with water, whatever you prefer. Turn it around and fold it over as straight as you can, and then iron it again. Repeat on the second side. And you're going to want it to look like this. This sometimes takes a couple of tries, so be very patient. And I do 1 pleat at a time, and then I iron it as I go. I like to do a total of 4 pleats. You can do 3 or 4. Usually 5 is too much. Flip it over and make sure that the lining is pleated correctly, and then iron that as well. And then start pinning or clipping the edges. And see, this is where your pocket opens for filters. Alright, back to the sewing machine. You're then going to just sew a straight line. It just helps keep the pleats together before you fold it. Repeat on both sides, and it's going to look like this. Next, if you want to have a wire, you're going to need to create a channel. You can either create a channel to pull the wire in and out so you can change them, or you can close it up and keep the wire inside of it. Personal preference, really. I use a pipe cleaner, and I'm going to put it inside of the mask and then roll it up to the top edge as best as I can. Once I have it there, I like to clip it so it stays in place. There you go. And start sewing. Just be very careful with this. Go slow, because if your needle hits the wire, your needle can break and sometimes fly out. So just be very careful. Be patient. There you go. There's the wire. Perfect for if you wear glasses to help it from not fogging up. Your next step is you are going to need to fold this part over once, just a small amount, and then we're also going to fold it over a second time, and that's going to be where you put the elastic through. So easiest way to do it and the cleanest way is to fold the first little bit over, iron it, and then fold the second one over and iron it again. It just comes out cleaner and it's easier to sew this way. Repeat for the second side. And once you're all pinned and clipped, just sew a straight line. Make sure you don't sew the top and the bottom because, again, you have to feed the elastic through it. So, just the one line. Like that. And here I showed you that you can do, a small channel or a big channel. Next, you're going to need elastic. The general average of what people do is about 7 inches. It also depends on how stretchy your elastic is, so give or take, just test it on your ear before you actually start sewing it. And you're going to take a safety pin over one side of the elastic and then pull it through. Once the elastic's pulled through, you're going to fold them over, pin it, and then you're going to repeat it on the second side. And here is where you can double check it before you start sewing it. Next, you can do this through the machine, but it's a little harder. It's just easier to just hand stitch this part. I do a couple of back and forth stitches through it on both sides. And make sure that you knot the end because you don't want it coming apart. It's very unfortunate if that happens. This is what mine looks like up close. Not too bad. But either way, you're not really going to see it because you're going to roll it under into the channel. So you can leave it like this, or what I like to do is make a little stitch in the middle part, just to, you know, keep the elastic in place, but that's not necessary. And yeah, there's your mask. I hope this tutorial helps you and you're able to make a bunch of custom masks for yourself, for your family, or to sell, what have you. So thank you for watching, and thank you for my patrons for supporting me and helping me be able to have a little bit more time to do stuff like this. And please leave a comment if this tutorial helped you, or anything that you want to say. And subscribe, like, yada yada. Thanks for watching. Bye.